Hey everybody, welcome to my live. This is Sarah Paige-Gruber, also known as CreativeSarah, and you have found me chalking or inking live with Couture. Welcome to the replay if you are catching this after I'm done. How is everybody tonight? It is Thursday, which means it's Friday Eve. Friday is my favorite day, so it's the eve of my favorite day of the week. Hip hip hooray. Hi Karen. Welcome, welcome. I hope everybody is doing well. I am getting ready to do part 1 of the Buffalo Plaid Christmas series. And today I'm going to be making a sweet Christmas pillow with our vintage truck and the Buffalo Plaid design. So you have to stay with me to the end so you can see the whole thing. I'm cooking, just getting everything set up so I can see your awesome comments. Hi, Tia. Yeah, so, going live, Tia. There we go. There we go. I've got some comments on here. So, sweet, sweet. I will give a second for people to come in. Oh, I wanted to be able to do something. There we go. I'm getting it. Yay, Pennsylvania. Oh, hi, Michelle. Welcome. Welcome. Hi, Julia. You guys are awesome. We're going to do a little vintage truck and buffalo plaid, so that will be it's gonna be awesome. If I could just see. Okay, here we go. Let's put our camera down so that we can see what I am cooking up for tonight. There we go. I'm working on, so we have vintage truck. I have a red pillow case, And then we've got our vintage truck. I've cut apart our vintage truck add-ons. This is the holiday add-on. We've got the buffalo plaid, and then some of the words that we're gonna put on the pillow. I probably am not gonna do complimentary. It probably won't fit, but definitely the Pine Creek Tree Farm. And then we've got a few little additions. The tree is gonna go inside our vintage truck with some layers. And I have the layers right here, and I'm gonna show you something cool about them that is new. So we're gonna set those aside. And we're gonna be making a new color of ink because I really wanna have 2 tones of the green. So let's get started. When you're doing an inking project, you want to use an ink mat. So we have this ink mat here, and this will fit on the inside or underneath of your project, kind of like. And it's sticky on one side, and then it's not sticky on the other side, so that you can put it in here, flatten her out. Make sure it's kind of in there nice. And then you just flatten out your pillow case. And it sticks to the ink mat, which is awesome. Now we have 2 sizes of ink mats. This is at first size, which is 17, I believe it's 17 by 17, or somewhere about there. Okay, I have some lint on my thing. All right, so we have just a red pillowcase. And to get started, we're going to do, I like to work, I am very much like a top-down person, and we don't go all the way up to the top because your pillow is rounded at the top, so you want to make sure that you kind of centered, and that looks fairly centered to me. So we're gonna peel off the backing, stick this down. When you're working on fabric, you aren't going to fuzz your transfer, okay? So that's one thing. On the back of your transfer, you're going to write just the word back, or you could just write a B for back, just so that you know that you're not going to re-stick your transfer to this side, okay? Because there are two different sides of the carrier sheet, or the carrier sheet. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm calling it. Okay. Hi, Betsy. So Tia, you're funny because I don't find that I'm talented. I use transfers that make my work like fairly flawless. I mess up things all the time from being human. However, when you use the transfers, it's like a stencil. It's so easy. So easy. I'm just gonna make sure that around my letters it's really nice and stuck down, because this is ink and we want our ink to, okay. I don't know, I think it's not. This is where I get my ruler out and I measure. And I should have done it from the beginning. Yeah, I need to move it over. Sorry, guys. But it's not as centered as I would like it to be. So I'm going to put this down so that I know. We're gonna do like 3 1/4 from the edge. And then I will know that it is centered. Hold on. There we go. Okay. No bubbles, and you want it centered on there. Okay, so I'll leave that. I won't put that far since I'm not very good at that. Okay. Hello from New York. And where do I get my pillowcases? Well, Couture sells pillowcases. We have neutral color pillowcases, and you can dye them. And they look amazing. So we do our maybe our pillowcases are 18 and the thing is 17, or maybe these are 17 and the pillowcases are, I don't know, they're in the teens, just about. Okay, so Pine Creek Tree Farm, we're gonna use that, and I'm gonna do the wording in black. I'm doing my vintage truck, and I'm just gonna have a little bit of some other colors in here. I'm mostly going to be using black. This is still my older black. I have yet to run out of it, which is awesome. And I want to try something a little different with this. I have some silver that I'd like to try to do a little mixture with the black and the silver, so I think that would look really cool. But I'm gonna just start out on one edge, and I'm just gonna be really careful. Notice that, oh, also when you use your black ink, it does stain the transfer a little bit. A lot of it will wash off, but it does stain. So don't worry, it absolutely does nothing in the way of, you know, hurting your transfer at all. It just makes it look a little different. And I always say, well loved. If you have stains, means you've used it. and it was well loved. Okay. Okay. Now, let's see. Here we go. I would recommend, if this were your first time, hi Debbie, if this were your first time inking, I would have recommended that you take some of our placement tape or some painter's tape and tape down your transfer. Not tape it down to secure it, but tape it down to give yourself a bigger edge. And I'll show you what I mean. See how close to the edge I got with that ink? If I were to go off the edge of the transfer, it would show up on my fabric, and that is no good. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go in, I got some of this off the lid. I'm gonna take some of my silver and just kind of go back in a little bit, like across the T, down this left side. Like I'm just gonna add a little bit of the silver to this, just to give it a little shimmer, and I'm not even doing the whole letter. I am just doing like this side, the left, and then the top. Most of what you're seeing is on the top of the transfer, and I'm using our multi-tool because it is the perfect feel. Like it, how do I explain that? You get a really great grip as if you were holding, you know, a pen or something that you're used to holding, as for not having to cut down one of the transfer or squeegees to use. So this is like a mini squeegee, and it's awesome. I love it, I love it. Oh my goodness, make sure you guys say hi when you come in, because I see, unless you are my friend, I can't see you. Come in and tell me where you're from, where you're watching from. If you are new to Chalk Couture, have you ever seen it before? Tell me if this is your first time. Or if you're just new to me, you've seen other people maybe. Sometimes that happens. Where you've been watching other people and you just start like searching for Chalk Couture. And then you find that F is gonna have a little bit more. The M. Okay. All right, so that's, I just wanted to see if that could be something cool that I'm doing here. And let's peel this off, and then I'm gonna dry it with my little dryer. Okay. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Marlene from New York. Awesome. Okay, so there we go. That's our cool Pine Creek tree farm. And I'm gonna stick this into the water, and I'm just kind of swishing it around because I wanna try to get most of that ink off of, you guys can barely see me, get off of the transfer while it's in there. And then dry off my hands. All right, so let's dry this a little bit before we move on. When you're using ink, and I will put up the directions towards the end. When you put up the, or when you're inking, you're gonna want to heat set this with like a heat press or an iron. And before you can do that, you have to have everything dry. So I like to try to dry this so I'm not touching it in between, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of get it dry as much as you can. I'll dry it a little bit more at the end. When I take the ink mat out, it usually comes dry after you remove that ink mat. Okay, that's pretty good. So we're gonna scooch that up a little bit, And next we have our little, I guess our little hatchets. And then I'm gonna do established 1950, established on this side, 1950 on this side. So this will be a little tricky, but again, we're gonna do this. Oh, I didn't write back. I'm just gonna put a B to make it nice and easy. I'm gonna center this guy with the word, or with these words that I already have. And I kind of want it up fairly close to the top. Do you put it like that? Or do you put it upside down? You put it like that, right? Yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay. So they're centered. I'm not really pushing down where it's overlapping because that might be a little bit still wet. And while it's not like chalk where it's gonna totally peel up, because this ink sets into the fabric, so that's a cool thing. And I'm gonna do this in black. Dip into my ink, get a little bit more on my squeegee. This should be a quick one. And the cool thing about this is you can see right through the screen, you can see right through what you're inking, so that if you have a spot that is light or maybe just not enough ink went through, you're going to see that. So you can like get right down and see each little nook and cranny. If I see any red popping through, then I know I need to go over it again. The other cool thing is that you don't have to rush when you're doing the ink, because this does not dry like our chalk does. The chalk, you know, dries in the air, and this takes a longer time to dry. So you actually have a little more time to play with it, which is, it's really nice. You don't have to stress. I think the inking is a little bit, in some ways it's a little bit easier, I think, than the chalk. And then in other ways, the chalk is a lot more forgiving. So if I got a spot on here, it could leave a stain. I may not be able to get that out. So that's kind of, oh, hi Melissa from Texas. Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing some pillows and some boards and some different things, some wreaths, all with my buffalo plaid theme for the series that we'll be doing, that I will be doing. Okay, so now we're gonna do, this will be a little tricky because I'm gonna just do the established on one side and the date on the other. And so I'm going to just put that down and kind of hold this up. Oh, I think I will use my itty bitty tool to do these so that I don't make too much of a mess. And then scrape it off. Okay, let me set that down. You do have to be a little bit more careful with your I'll do the same thing. In fact, I don't think I even need to get any more ink because here we go. That had a lot on it. Maybe for, no, I think I'm good. Really nice. Okay. Set that. Put this in here. Oh, I might not have pushed that down. I did get a little bleed on that, but that's my fault because I don't think I pushed down the transfer. When you're doing fabric, you definitely want to, and I didn't push it down like I did with the others. So there's a little bit of bleed, but it isn't too bad. You can still see what it is. If I can catch it quick enough and dry it, it should be fine. Because you can tell what it says. Totally. There's still a hole in the 9 and the 0. when doing the buffalo plaid, how do you know what's the first color and what's your background color? Oh, you know what? It's totally up to you, however you want to do it. For me, I am going to use the red of this to be the background color. Otherwise, this would be my background color. I would do this in red, and then I will do this in black over top. So that's, for me, what I'm choosing to do is black and red, but you can do, you know, black and white. You can do black and white or like red and white. You can do different colors. With this particular transfer though, we're only going to have 2 color options for that. Okay. All right, that's pretty dry. So let's see, what is my next layer going to be? Probably this. So let's make sure I have enough room. I have done this in the past where I didn't quite leave enough room. All right, that has plenty of space. That has plenty of space. So we want this to be about right there. I'm gonna mark it. Hold please. I need to find a piece of chalk. If it were a piece, oh my gosh. You guys, if you saw my work area, you'd be like, how do you even work in that space? I just need a piece of chalk. All right. So, because chalk wipes off, and I just want to know where I want to put this. Make sure it's centered. So I'm just going to mark and we'll mark that too. So we know we got to stay in between those little tick marks of my chalk. Okay. We'll mark the back and we'll keep moving. You're welcome. Florida, I hope you are not recovering from, I hope you're safe in Florida, not recovering from the hurricane. I think we've had enough hurricanes for one season. And I'm a little worried. In 9 days, I will be in Florida boarding a ship to set sail for the Western Caribbean, and I really hope all goes well with that, and that there are no, that we have no tropical storms or anything to worry about. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just thinking, I think it's fine that I'm skipping this. The only thing it doesn't have the circles. But I really think that's okay because I would change the color if I did it. So I'm not going to. I'm good. I've talked myself. And if I mess it up, no one's going to know but us, right? And if you don't tell anybody, I won't tell anybody. Okay. Now I have to be careful to not go off my transfer with this. It's a pretty skinny transfer. If I were going to do something, I just have to go slower than I'm going. There we go. Get all that ink off. Cover up. I know some of this is really close to the edge, so I get a little nervous. I'll get a little bit more here. There we go. Okay. While we're working, if you think about it, Oh, what's this? Oh, I have a little, like a little chunk part of it. A little chunky piece of ink. That's okay, it's going. If you're thinking, okay, so if you're thinking about it, if you are a, I want to see who's watching. If you are a customer that's new to Couture, give me a thumbs up, a thumbs up. And if you are a designer who's watching me, give me a heart. I want to see who is watching me, customers or designers. Okay, I think this is good. Peel and reveal, guys. Peel and reveal. There's our bottom part. Here we go. Okay. All right, so now that will go away. I don't have to even worry about it. We're gonna dry this and we're gonna do the rest of this. Okay. Drying, drying, drying. Oh, look at all the hearts. Oh, it looks like I have a lot of designers on tonight. For sure. Tia, soon to be, yay! That's exciting. So exciting. And then you get to be in the really cool group. So my Chalk Nation is awesome. That is my VIP group, and it's great. But when you do step over to the other side, you get to be into my team group, which is awesome. It is a great place to be. You're gonna get just dozens more ideas because there are so many more people sharing ideas, you know, artwork ideas, business ideas. You get training. It's really fun. We do challenges. It's quite fun. Lots of hearts. I love it. Okay. It's a little wet yet, but I think it'll be fine because we're just using black with this. Now I just have to line this up. This one already says back. And hopefully I didn't like mess it up too badly. Gosh, I don't even know how to line this up. Okay. There we go. Just have to use the wheel wells to line it up. I think. Okay. Got it down. Now, need to make sure it sticks really well. So I'm gonna really go over the spots. Make sure there's no bubbles. You don't want any bubbles in here. Which way? Oh, that's centered. Oh. Make sure there's no bubbles. I am going to reach over I'm going to take some of our placement tape and I'm going to stick it over this wooden, there's a little wooden box. And I'm putting it there, and I'm going to take some more placement tape and put it on the edge to extend my transfer. Okay, this is like washi tape. It peels up really well. Everything's going to be black. I probably want to do, I was going to do some of this silver. So I'll try to be really careful. I could probably tape it off. then come back in and do that with the silver. There we go. Okay. All right, so black, that, and I may try to do these little, no, I'm gonna leave, well, that bumper, I guess that bumper, so I'm thinking to myself, this bumper should probably be silver too. Okay. There we go. Now everything else black. And I have a few different sizes in case I need to get into any, oh. Let's not get all inky. When I start getting inky, the project starts getting inky, and we do not want that. So I'm just gonna wipe down these edges. That should help a lot, definitely. Okay. I need to back out of here. I keep trying to look. I don't, fabulous. All right, this plaid is awesome. But I want to get out of here where I am. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna pick this up. So I need to get in, okay. I need to get in there. So let's just start. Oh, I should have probably put some placement tape up there. I didn't realize how close it was. I'll get in there with one of my smaller jobbies and get that done. Have no fear. I can do it. I have faith. This is always a fun project, doing the vintage truck. You never know how it's going to turn out. Some of them I've done, and I never liked the color choices, but you know, they were my color choices. And some of them I've done, which are just, I love, 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 love. So this one should come out decent considering who doesn't love buffalo plaid, right? I do, I do, I do. It's going to be my theme in my house this year. That's why I'm doing a buffalo plaid series. So we'll just get this outline of the truck done. Smooth it out. Make sure there aren't any little red spots poking their head through. And be very careful up here. So careful. Okay, now this stays, and I will do the silver. Oh boy. I pulled that screen up. Oh, that's not my trash. I pulled the screen up. Let's see if I can use this to push it back down. I don't really want to get my finger full of ink. Not that it doesn't wash off. It actually washes off quite well. And this is a pressure sensitive adhesive. So the more you kind of rub on that, the more it will stick down. Like if you've used your transfer like a dozen times, like this one, I've used it quite a bit. The more you rub it, it kind of activates that adhesive a little bit. Okay. So now we have that, the silver, and we're going to come over here and lift this. I'm just going to stick it to the table. And carefully do that little silver bit. Okay. Now I'm going to do the other part, gold, I can use a little squeegee for that. I don't need to have okay. Oh, I didn't open it. Hold on. Hold, please. I gotta open my gold. Gotta stick this in the lid. I'm so glad we have new containers now. We don't have to deal with those double lids. So this is for the wood coloring, and I wanted to make it just a little bit shimmery. Just a little bit shimmery. Because I love, love, love shimmer. And I love glitter. Who loves glitter? Don't give me any angry faces, you people who don't like glitter. Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, we're getting this slowly but surely. Don't call me Shirley. Man, now somebody's gonna complain about my bad jokes. It happens all the time. Okay, but don't worry, I won't sing. That happens too. They get mad at me. You have to be really careful when you do lives, because people will tell you what they think. All right, now I'm going to peel this tape off before I peel off the transfer, and then I will peel off the transfer. This has to go in the trash before it gets anything inky. Ooh, there's my vintage truck. You can see my chalk marks, but that's all it is, just those chalk marks. Wait till we get our Christmas tree in here. It's gonna look so awesome. I'm super excited. Okay, let's do a little drying. A little drying. Looks like my vintage truck is wearing a sweater. It really does because it's fabric. But it looks cool and vintage. Try to get some of that chalk away. We want to do our Christmas tree, and we're going to do the rest of our words too. Not dry yet. But if I at least get this part dry right here, we can move down and do our words, and then we can do our Christmas tree, which is so awesome. There we go. Almost done. This is making me crazy that I'm not in the middle. Now I'm in the middle. Hi Teresa, welcome. Hi Mom. Welcome Mom. How are you doing? Okay, so that will dry a little bit, and we will get to our words down here. Probably about right there. Make sure I'm doing 3 1/4. Hi Robin. Hi Karen. This one needs a back. B-A-C-K. All right. Hello, hello. Karen, a little Christmas decor. And we're going into 3 1/4. Okay, there we go. Just like, oh, I stuck it to me. That should be good enough. We'll get these words down. More of our black. This is a really, I'm gonna try to get, I actually don't want to use this one anymore because I feel like it's too big. So I'm gonna go for a small one and finish this up. There we go. So it's so quiet at my house. Like it's oddly quiet because all my boys went to get haircuts and I didn't have to go. That was like the best gift my husband could have given me. Just give me a little, like couple hours without the chaos. It's awesome. Okay. There we go. I think we got all the words perfectly on there. Voila. And put it in our water. Our water is getting quite black over here. And we're going to dry this and add our color in the form of our tree. Just trying to get most of that off. It's coming together, you guys. It's coming together. Some of the silver that I did up here looks like a little bit of snow or something like that. It's really cool. It's shimmery. I love shimmer. I think I've said it before. Christmas decor. Oh, yes. Oh, what fun it is to have a special word. Okay, now we're gonna do something fun. I would like to set this aside, and I have this older container with a little bit of green. Let's see, can you see it better here or here? I can't zoom in, so. And we have, I'm going to add a little of our, gosh, midnight sky. I thought that was the color. Let me clean this off so that I can, I just want to make kind of a darker green than we have. We have, this is called Meadow. And while Meadow is a beautiful color and a wonderful Christmas color, I would like to add a little, I don't know what this is gonna do. It's gonna do what I want it to do. If it doesn't, oh, the boys are back. The boys are back in town. Oh, see, I did it. And even if that's not the word, don't make fun of me. There, look at this. Look at the color I just made. So it's getting to be a darker green. So I can do 2 layers. That's really awesome. See, I guess I'm not that bad at mix. This is what helps. I'm not an artist. I don't know colors, but when I was going through college, I worked at a hardware store and I worked in the paint department and I learned about mixing paint colors. And if we would mix a color and the customer would be like, oh, it's not quite right, I learned how to mix colors to make it closer to what they wanted. So I feel like I know a little bit about colors, but I also am like self-taught, so I don't know everything and I have a lot of gaps in my learning. So we bring this back. I'll set this over here. Now we hear the footsteps. All the people are back. Okay. So first we're gonna do, the cool thing about this is we have a number 1, and I don't know if you can see, there's a number 1 on that transfer, okay? And then we have our number 2, and then our number 3. Okay, they're up in the corner. And you can also see, you see the little, like the little bullseye target, the little target there. So they each have 2 in the exact same place, how you line them up. Now you would say, well, that is pretty obvious on this transfer, but we have some transfers that need to be lined up and you don't know, like it's not obvious. And so they started putting these little targets on to know this is how you line it up together. Okay, so we're gonna do first. Now I need, Karen, I almost did black, but I know that there's a lot of, well, yellow and blue make green. So if the blue didn't work, I was prepared to add black. Let me just tell you that. I need your opinion, guys. Should I do, I'm gonna show you my 2 green colors, and I would like you to tell me if I should do the first color, so the big tree that I just laid down, should I do that in my darkest green or my lighter green? Should I go dark to light? Because the last one right here will be snow. Now, or I could do snow on this one and then add more green on top of that, or whatever. Or maybe just do it all in the dark, because I kind of am liking the dark for this tree. Darker for sure. Yes. Okay. Good, good, good. Thanks for the input. So I'm going to do that. I want a little bit of a larger, this has a lot of like little furry branches that I want to make sure is really stuck down. So move that over. I'm gonna use, man, you know, I'm just gonna take some out of here and put it onto the blue part. It's gonna make my life easier. Anything that makes my life easier, I tell you what, at this point. Oh, I can hear Easton. So Easton had to go to the doctor today and get a shot. He was not happy. So he's been a little ornery, and he got a little too much sugar. He got a sugary treat at school, which, if you know, my children do not do well with sugar. If you've ever wanted to see a kid literally bounce off walls, come to my house after they've had sugar. He had a giant cupcake, I guess, with a ton of frosting. He was in rare form. I mean, and he already has energy all the time. But this was extra. I love the color. P.S. It's awesome. I may not do any of the light. I may do this, add the snow, and then, gosh, I want to know if it lines up on top. Maybe I'll just do this in that green. Because I think that's the way it works. Or I could just do 2 layers. However, I love this color. Okay, and glitter on top. Perfect. Ooh, I could get out. Oh, what if I use the silver on top? What do you think about that? Do the white and then silver on top, because I was gonna get out glitter, but this is ink and it doesn't sit on top, and so I'm a little worried about how that would work and be heat set and everything. So I think I should do the silver shimmer on top of the whites. No. That's what I'm gonna do. I've made up my mind. Okay. Let it cool down a little bit. My hair dryer is not a hair dryer. It's actually a kind of a heat agent. So let's line this up. Perfection. I love the color. You guys are gonna have to try that. Doing some color. Now, lining this puppy up. Everybody gets to see my head. I'm honestly not the best liner upper there is. But I imagine it's probably okay. There's probably some forgiveness here. Awesome. All right, so this will be white. I made sure that was pretty dry. Pretty dry. Yeah, I know how to use my words well. Pretty dry. Okay. Be careful. I don't want to wipe it on my towel. I'm wearing an apron because I don't want to get any of this on me. I need another little one. I'm going to use like this is one of our original squeegee, the original small squeegee. And cut in half. So I'm going to put this on. I'm putting it on pretty generous. With your ink, I always put it on very generous to get good coverage. The only time I wouldn't is if I really wanted to have that faded look. I've done some really cool t-shirts with a faded look so it looks like it's an old t-shirt, and I loved how it turned out. But for this, I'm being pretty generous. Okay. Peel, everybody, fingers crossed. Look at my snowy tree. That looks really snowy. A lot snowy. Looks good. Dry the second layer. So another reason why you really want to make sure that layer is dry, because now I'm drying I would be drying 2 layers if that first layer wasn't dry. It's coming together, guys. Coming together. Hi, Geraldine. Oh, goodness. Love it. I love it too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. One more layer and then we will heat set it, and I'll just show you what that's all about. I'm not going to do any other words. They have this cute complimentary apple cider and hot cocoa, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to like flip this in the air for a minute. It's fairly dry. Okay, last one. So this is it, guys. This is what we've all been waiting for. Okay. Thanks, Cindy. Thank you. Okay. I don't know if this is supposed to go. I don't know what this is supposed to line up with. I should have put like, because I don't know if it's supposed to line up on top of the white or on top of the green, which is where it is. But either way, it's going to end up silver. So I'll take my little handy multi-tool and just pull the silver over. I'm probably going to do a second layer because the silver tends to be a little thinner than the colored inks. It's very shimmery. So just go over it a couple times. I still have a bunch on here. Get a little bit more. There we go. All right, moment of truth. Are you ready? I'm nervous. Fingers crossed, everybody. It a little bit stuck down to the white. And I don't know if my angle was right. Because you can see it, but I think my angle was off a little. But that's okay. It doesn't look bad or anything. It just, now that I peel it up, I see where it should have gone. But only we will know. Shh, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. But it's on there. I'll hold it up for you guys to see. It's just at a different angle is all. I crack myself up with the mistakes I make. Oh, Cindy, this would be awesome. Yeah. Making signs. I certainly could. I didn't even think of that. Now that you say that, especially with the way this ink is a little bit thinner, I certainly could do that and just, because I know it's supposed to go right here. Oh my gosh. Thank you for reminding me that I could do that, because now it looks so, so much better. It was just kind of off to the side. And I was like, man, I forget. And I do the paintbrushing all the time with the chalk. And I'm just adding a little bit more. I love the shimmer. Oh my gosh, now I'm addicted to it. Let's just put it everywhere. By no means does this mean I'm excited for winter to come. I hate the snow. I hate winter. However, this is fun. Very fun. Okay, now let's try it. So now there's only like one spot that has it that shouldn't. And it looks good. And shimmery. And all, see, we host a big holiday party at our house for the staff at the school where I teach. Every year we have everybody over, so all my decorations are out and it has to look nice. And last year I did a vintage truck pillow, but last year we didn't have ink. I had mixed our chalk paste with fabric medium, I think is what it's called. And I did it that way. And I still have, and that still looks really cute, but you can definitely feel it. Like it doesn't blend in like this does. All right, so now I'm gonna take out the mat. This is always a little bit nerve-wracking for me. Okay, and then like put that down. Okay, so then I'm just gonna feel and make sure everything, this is all dry. This needs a little bit, but if I put my hand in here and give it a little bit of air, and on my camera, I can see on my camera this red looks super, super, super vibrant, but it is not. It's actually a darker red, but the lighting makes it look really, really bright. It's kind of a muted red, not so much bright. Just keep this guy moving. That's what I have to do. Move, move, move. All right. Yes, so, okay. So you can dye our pillow covers. This is not one of ours. But you can dye ours to match. I just don't know how to do that. I have to learn, I have to teach myself. Looking for, actually, I have to grab I have some parchment paper. So what we're gonna do is, I'm going to heat set this and I'm going to go ahead and take that off and put on how we're going to finish the fabric.
Come upstairs and see what new toys I got.
Oh goodness, Easton, you could come and show me a couple.
Okay, but I want you to see all the new toys that I got.
I do want to see them. I'm doing a live right now. You could show me a couple.
Okay.
He got a gift card in the mail. He got a gift card in the mail for his birthday. So when they went to get haircuts, I don't think he got his haircut, but he got to spend a money card at Target. So thanks to our friend Amy, who sent cards in the mail for the boys. Thank you, Amy. Is it fabric? This is fabric. This is a pillowcase, okay? So I'll put a pillow form in here. And then I'm just waiting for my heat press to heat up, and I'm just gonna heat it and show you what it's like. You can do this without, don't tell Tim Holtz, but I'm gonna iron on this. You can do this without a heat press. You can use an iron. I have a little visitor. It's almost done. I'm just heating it up. So if you have a heat press or
I'm gonna show you
like an easy press.
For all of them.
I don't. You want to see all the toys? Oh my.
Those are my toys.
Oh, you got some Star Wars toys?
Yes, Star Wars toys.
Wow, with lightsabers and everything.
Yeah.
All right, so we are
Even the
heated up.
Stormtrooper got a lightsaber.
Wow, you were really in a Stormtrooper mood today, weren't you? Okay.
And
What did you eat? What's on your face?
I ate animal crackers.
I think you had something other than animal crackers.
No. We buy the animal crackers.
And there's chocolate animal crackers on your face?
No.
I'm pretty sure you had something that was chocolate, Easton.
There was ice cream.
Oh, you had ice cream. Daddy gave you ice cream?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's not a toy. So I'm setting this for 30 seconds because the heat press at 305.
I'm going to show you something that's okay.
Okay. You definitely want 30 seconds, and you can do both
If you
sides.
break his head off.
Oh, I don't think it is okay to break his head off. And then I
It is.
move
So
it.
you can put it back on. I put it back on.
Oh my goodness.
That's good.
Watch out, this is so hot. It will burn your face off.
Well,
Oh gosh, don't walk away from that. I will protect you though. I won't let it. But you gotta get your stuff.
there's someone like guys.
Well, you better get it and go, man. Say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, facial extraction.
Just say goodbye, Facebook land.
Bye bye.
Okay, and then I'm gonna move this up and we'll get the bottom part. So this is pretty quick, but you can use an iron, and that's what I have in the instructions right there, to use parchment paper and an iron and go 4 minutes. If your fabric is cotton, no blend, like none of the stretchy material, you're gonna go with the high cotton setting. If it's a blend, you're gonna go lower than cotton, but just below cotton. And you'll do the 4 minutes, just like I said. And if you have multiple layers, you can dry and iron in between, or you're just going to do a little more of the heat press. So on my actual, this guy right here, I'm feeling like I'm gonna go over it again and maybe flip it inside out and do that too. You can do both sides. When you're ironing, you can do both sides. Let me set this over here for a second. I'm gonna shake it out just to let it cool, because I don't want to burn my fingers. Everything, and the trick with this is that once you iron it, you don't feel the fabric, you don't feel the ink at all. So over here, there are just a few spots right in the middle that I can feel. So I'm going to go over it I think I'll do it one more time out here on this side. I was going to do it inside out, and I thought, no, we'll just do this one more time right on there, and should be good. And it's for a pillow. It's not like, it's a decorative pillow, so it's not like it's gonna be like used and abused. But this can go right into your washing machine, so don't worry. This ink is permanent. It's not going anywhere. Hi, Gina. Easton just turned 5. He turned 5 on September 30th, so 2 weeks ago. He is my youngest of 4. I have 4 kids, 2 girls and 2 boys. My girls are the oldest. They're both in high school, and my boys are both one's in 4th grade, one's in young 5s, like they call it begindergarten here. So yeah, Easton loves his toys. He is this toy mom. His favorite shows are on YouTube, watching people play with toys and unboxing toys. He's completely addicted. I've tried to get him to make his own videos, and he will do it every once in a while, but he really doesn't have any interest in it. But he talks like it. He'll like, Mom, we have to do an unboxing. I'm ready. We're ready. Like, and then there's no suspense. He's just like, rah, and he like will rip everything open. So very cool. I have a pillow form. So let's look at this in the real pillow form. I have to open it. And let all the air into it. Of course, my iPhone is always full. Okay. Oof. So I got my pillow to get stuffed inside here. And then I'll zip it up. Actually, I'm gonna pull it more towards this corner. Here we go. So here is my cute pillow. Let's do this. Let's do this. Here is my cute pillow. You guys see? I love it. This will go upstairs in my couch, on my couch, not in my couch, because that would be kind of weird. Then you wouldn't be able to see it. It feels nice and smooth, and it's permanent. So you're gonna love that. Now, if you are not in my customer VIP group and you want to be a customer and you are not a designer, then you want to go ahead and comment "add me" at the bottom of the screen. And if you want to do this and make money and get paid to play, then you click join and I'll add you to my opportunity group. And inside that opportunity group is where I talk about all the ins and outs of how to be a chalk couture designer. And ooh, it's hot, my glass is hot. And you get to ask questions, and it's totally no stress, no pressure at all. It's just a really, really easy time. Every Monday night I go live in there, and you can watch live or you can watch the replay of the video. So very cool. Thank you everybody for watching. This has been fun project, and I will see you, I'm not sure when, maybe Saturday morning. I'm not sure about, maybe tomorrow night. Maybe tomorrow night. Let's be positive. Maybe I'll be on tomorrow night. I will catch you all later. Have a good night. Bye-bye.